Alright, it's been roughly 3 minutes. That's probably a good time to get things going. Aside from the part where apparently Railroads Online is not being picked up. Okay, there we go. It's being picked up by the stream. We're good now. Good morning, everybody. If it's morning where you are, that is. It's morning. Actually, no, it's not morning. It's barely past morning over here. Love the new channel art. Yeah, it's so fucking good. Matzo did such a good job on that channel art, and I love it. I didn't need to throw that much wood in here. Well, yes, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. Do a kickflip. That's what Tater Tot wanted to do, it seems. Against my will. It's not Railroads Online without at least one barrel roll. The barrel rolls are kind of like a classic part of this game at this point. They're just expected. And beautiful. Linked, breaks off. Wants to run Brakeman with me? I don't really do Brakeman things. Personally, at least. At least not when I'm streaming, I should say. I usually do it solo here. If you want to run something, Dak, we have a freight train, I believe, somewhere. It's on one of the ends of the line. I don't remember which end. I think it's at the oil field, and it might need to get sorted out into a real train somehow, but I probably should have figured this out before starting the stream. I'm smart. Also, let me know if the video looks good, let me know if the audio sounds good, etc., because, again, we're on a new computer today. And as I mentioned yesterday in a YouTube post, I do have something a little bit special prepared. The problem is that special something happens kind of infrequently. Will we pick up the sound of the flames coming out of your case? That is a good question. You know, I should make sure that my fans are in full speed. Hold on. Let's find out. Blah-da-doo. That's a fun statement. Haha, fans in my machine go, I don't have enough. I literally only have, like, 4, and 2 of them are in the graphics card. Alright, let me look around and see what jobs we have to do, because passenger job we don't really need to do right now. There's a bunch of freight down here. Let's see. Well, I guess if anything, if one of you two wants to pick up, load these 3 oil tankers down at the oil field, and then take these oil tankers and these cordwood cars all the way back to the sawmill, that would be a good point to start. It probably wouldn't be a good, brain. Probably won't hurt to take the side panel off if you're that worried about flames. I'm not worried about flames, this is just a little joke. I do need to rearrange my side panels for better ventilation, but so far I haven't really run into any problems. And we are not spotted. We have overshot. Anyway, so how's everybody's days going so far? I know it's like, it's midday for some, it's late afternoon for others, it's the middle of the night or the middle of the morning for others. How y'all doing? Ooh, spring cleaning. Fun! Kinda did the same over the last few days. Once I got my computer, I just cleaned up my room a little bit, but... I'm doing alright. Day's been kind of quiet so far, but I've only been up for like 2 hours. Donk. Oh god, we don't have handbrakes on? We did not have handbrakes on, wow. Speaking of computers, do you plan to show off that $600 PC you mapped out for RRO? Are you talking about the one that's like... the one that can run Railroads Online at a half-decent frame rate? Not like an amazing one, but just like 30 FPS at high settings, but not necessarily epic. Might take a bit to find that again. What is my favorite and least favorite engine in the game at the moment? That is a tough question. Because there's a lot of fun engines. I think my least favorite engine in the game right now is the Ruby Basin. I would say the Tweetsy, because, you know, I don't like how it's overpowered, like extremely powerful and way too fast. But the Tweetsy does, not the Tweetsy, the Ruby Basin does that much cheaper, and it like makes a bunch of other locomotives completely unviable rather than just like partially unviable. And on top of that, its whistle sucks with the new update. It's horrible. I don't know if you guys saw the new update that came out on Thursday. I was thinking of doing a Cliff Notes video on it, but I did not have the time. I really didn't have the time to make many videos this week, and I'm impressed I was able to get the one out on time. So, the one I've been talking about the past few streams, yeah, that's gonna take a while to get, because I don't just have it on hand. I don't have the computer list part things. I'm sure I could find it again, but I'll do that after stream. I'll look into that again and try and get that sorted out. Also, again, let me know if the audio sounds good or bad, because I don't know how the levels are doing on your guys' end. Again, because new PC and all that. So if anything is funny with the stream, let me know. And let me know how I should try and fix it, because yep. I can't hear anything, Storm, too loud. It is very loud. And link. Betsy is the best shunter in the game? I think the Class 48's better. Betsy's great if you're trying to do like a little bit of shunting, but if you're trying to do something like sort out a 16-car train, Betsy can barely pull these 3 loaded cars. The Tweetsy Connie's whistle before reminds me of the caveman screaming meme. Not sure I know that meme. I am currently creating a save that only has 8 iron mines, 3 coal mines, a few smelters, logging camps, sawmills, and an ironworks. The goal of the save is for the massive creation of massive mixed freight trains. Any tips for that? Honestly, I don't know. Because once you've reached the ironworks, you're only missing out on the oil field and refinery, you know? And, like, the one thing I found is that the ironworks doesn't use very much coal. And so if you have a bunch of coal mines, well, where's that coal going? Is it going to resupply coaling towers? Because those things fill up really quickly, and you don't really need to use them because coal is overpowered. And the ironworks doesn't do much of anything. It's really just running, like, big coal trains to the freight depot that's the endgame goal. Which is honestly a kind of cool endgame goal, and something I've considered, but not entirely sure it'd work with mixed freight in mind, you know? That's my thoughts on that. Brake on. Blink out. Oil is out, no oil. Oh, right, so it is. Okay. For that, then redo. Pick up just 3 cordwood flats, 1 stake flat. Just 1. And head out to the smelter. Stop there. You'll pick up some raw iron, continue onwards. We'll figure things out from there. Link. Handbrakes off. The bit is that there's no oil on this save. The rest of the coal is sent to the multiple freight depots around the map, along with the products from the ironworks. Could be interesting. And I do know that tools are already like the most money efficient thing, so you're not really losing out on much by skipping the oil fields. Will the custom map get updated when we get more industries or passenger stations? Probably not. Maybe, but I'd probably just make a completely new one, honestly, rather than try and take what's already made. Because right now, I've been considering making a couple of custom maps. I've been considering making 2 more in quick succession. The problem is, it's a lot of work, and I'm not sure I'm ready to do 2 at once. Handbrakes are on. Now that he's taking our money for the CA&U, it's time for him to make more. I still have to upload that. Like, I keep putting it off. Like, oh, I need to focus on videos. Nah, it's basically finished. I just need to make those stupid charts and whatnot. But honestly, for the next maps, I was thinking of doing... This is a sort of donation goal, in a way, but I was thinking of doing a thing where I would start a YouTube series on one of the 2 maps with subscribers, Ko-Fi subscribers, and I would do a streamathon for like a week straight, playtesting the second map. I'm not sure how good of an idea that is, because it would be a lot of work, and that's part of the reason I'm dreading making another map at this point, because I've kind of thought, well, I have to do it now that I've thought of it. I have to do the streamathon for a week straight. But, hey Sax, welcome to the stream. What do you think of a custom map with 2 logging camps, 2 iron mines, 2 coal mines, 2 oil fields, 1 sawmill, 1 refinery, 1 freight depot, and the smelter and ironworks combined as 1 industry? What do you mean? Oh, smelter and ironworks combined as one industry. It's just those two. Okay, okay. I thought it was like literally every industry on the map was somehow combined as one industry. That is actually something I've considered doing, except it would be literally just two of everything, but there would be one part of the map where the smelter and ironworks were combined as one industry. Because I think that would be really cool, because it forces you to do shunting more than it actually, or like think about shunting more, you know? And while yes, it would be a lot of easy money because you're just transporting raw iron is one of the most annoying cargo types to transport because you have to do so much of it. And so I would not complain about a map like that. And also, the only concern is that, like, you'd have to figure out how to space out the dual industries in such a way that every single one is, like, intriguing to a player, or give them incentive to actually do it, but or go to each industry rather than just to one and call it a day. Like maybe a rule set, like you have to flip a coin to determine which one you're coming from or going to. But overall, I think it would be a good idea, or at least an interesting idea. All that is one. It would be pure madness. It would be insanity. Beautiful insanity, but insanity nonetheless. What's one engine you hope the devs will add to the game? I don't know. A 262, I guess? It's time to put away this porter real quick. Because I like the idea of having something that's kind of mid-sized. Sort of same region as the Cook Mogul, but... Red, do you know the rules about this map and how to play it? Because we can't just get steel pipes. I'm working on steel pipes, don't get me wrong, but... Let's see here, isn't there... There's a pipe slat out here by the ironworks already. I'm just gonna start a switch job and load that up. You'll be coming in with the train from the oil field with 3 cordwood flats, 1 stake flat. You'll pick up the 4 iron flats at the smelter, drop them off at the ironworks, pick up the 3 cars that are spotted here, and leave and head for the sawmill. Oh gosh dang it. Right. Another barrel roll, everybody. I think it'd probably work better with a map at least twice as big. Yeah, once you hit a certain industry threshold, it would work better that way. I have seen somebody make like a map where they had 7 of one type of industry before, and it worked. There is the space to do it, but to make it good, that can be a little tricky. What's the second map I'm making? Well, I'm not working on one right now. But if you're talking about the thing where I was talking about earlier, where I was like, well, what was I like? I was talking about how I was thinking of doing 2 maps, where I do one as a YouTube series with Ko-Fi subscribers, and one as a streamathon where I playtest. The streamathon playtest would be a map where all the industries are laid out sort of in a line, so that you can easily do mixed freight. Not a literal line, but it's very easy to connect them as a straight line. And the other map would be less mixed freight oriented and more oriented towards, oh right, I didn't put a Lincoln pin. More oriented towards interesting track building. To get to weird locations on the map you wouldn't otherwise think of. And it would, like, climbing over the mountains, you know. I heard this ridiculous custom map idea. Every industry stacked on top of each other. Like, vertically stacked? Or are they just, like, all in the same place? Because both of those sound like horrible ideas. F1 Miami? Is that like that racing thing? I'm not much of a car person myself, so I don't know much about that. Denver, South Park, and Pacific 286 Mason bogies. Those things would look so funky. They would be fun to have, though. If anything, though, well, maybe we could see them. I just feel like we'd probably see something a little more unique, because we've already got the one Mason bogey, so... Why are the lights on the Porter so bad? Because we don't have them on the Porter, that's why. This is the regular, like, John Railroadson lantern. Imagine if we got a Herobrine type creepypasta and Railroads Online. I think the best we're gonna get is somebody saying, like, having a clickbait video, I found Bigfoot in Railroads Online, and it's just like, well... that sounds like an April Fool's video somebody would make. I want the Uinta 2662 already. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I really don't want the Uinta. Like, that's an engine I actively do not want in the game. And it's one the development team has acknowledged that they're probably not going to add anytime soon. But, like... it would homogenize the end game so much. Why do I not want the Uinta? Because engine diversity. Players, if the Uinta has 44,000 tons or pounds of tractive effort, everybody's going to buy it. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everything everyone uses. And if it's reasonably fast, as soon as people hit the end game, or as soon as somebody feels like cheating in an engine, they're going to buy a whole fleet of those things, and you're never going to see any other engine again. And plus, also, having that much tractive effort, people would just start spamming trains that are 30, 50 cars long, that are so ridiculously long that you can't reasonably see them, or, like, play with them on multiplayer experience. And so, like, on top of the trains all being the same, they would all be so long that you couldn't really do much of anything, so... maybe they intentionally nerf it. Even if they nerfed it, how would they would have to nerf it so much for it to be, like, comparable to other locomotives that people wouldn't want to use it, and people would just complain, oh, it's not realistic, and get all salty about that. Make it like, just make it 3 million each, DAC, people will cheat it in. If it's too expensive to reasonably get, people are just going to ignore the money gap and cheat in the money using Studio or Extended or something. And you're still going to see it everywhere. Can we at least get a 3-truck Shay like at Cass Scenic? A 3-truck Shay would be reasonable because while it would be overpowered, it at least would be slow, so not everybody would be like, oh, I want to use this everywhere. I feel like I ramble about this thing every stream. An engine as big as the Uinta 2662 is kind of worthless in this game if they don't add functioning full train air brakes. I disagree. Like, sure, it would be harder to stop such a heavy train and such a big train, but people would still use it. Doesn't matter if you have to run up and down the train to do handbrakes, but long train, people like long train. I know a friend who liked running double-headed Class 70s literally everywhere, and it was so boring, I won't lie. It was not a fun experience. Especially because their main lines were all double-tracked. Make the engine go slower than the Shay, but still the 44,000 pounds of tractive effort. People would complain. I mean, people are always going to complain about this game, you know? But you get an uproar from the community. Oh, it's too slow! There'd be tons of arguments, and it would just create a problematic environment. Do I think that a articulated engine would be good? Yes, I'd love to see something like the 0660s that they had on the old tech tree, but in my custom map, you start with the Glenbrook and 8 skeleton cars because the sawmill logging camp compared to the sawmill is decently long. I would personally recommend just giving a Montezuma or a Eureka. Because the Glenbrook is, like, one of the most powerful engines in the game. To give it to somebody right off the bat, not necessarily the best idea. It's stupid fast, it's relatively strong, it's not too expensive, and paying it off doesn't take that long of a time to do. And really, 16 miles an hour is reasonably fast. A lot of people are like, oh, it's so slow. Nah, it's good. It's fine. It's reasonable. Let's see, where is everybody on this? Oh, you two are up at the, oil field still? Okay. Just running his switching puzzle. Well, when you two get out, I have spotted all your cars so there's easy pickup and drop off, so everything's at the smelter, everything's at the ironworks. All is well in the world. Honestly, before we get more locos, I wish they'd give us another industry in our passenger cars and service. Personally, I think that locomotives are way easier for them to code. Because a lot of their team, the modelers behind it all, you know. Speaking of speed, you know, let's go for the 10 mile. We have to re-rail it because the turntables don't like working still. Like, I would love to see more industries and maybe even passenger service too, but like, even if that's their focus, I still think they would be getting us more locomotives before they got us that stuff. You know? Alright, passenger train time, baby. Or not. Apparently the train didn't want to go back on the tracks. Thanks, game. Alright, here we go. Rather have the game patched and optimized before any new stuff is added. That would be nice, but honestly, I feel like when they patch one thing, they're going to break another thing, and it's just going to be constant patches, and we're not going to get any new updates at that rate. Like, we will get some performance improvements here and there. I know, you people know about the Steam Community Forum poll, right? Have you guys checked that out yet? I know we've brought it up a couple of times on stream and on video before, but like, it's important to make sure that people can get their voice heard and vote for what they want to vote for. Oh, hello, kitty. Hey, you. How you doing, sweetheart? All right. She's very tired. Something like a silver mine would be cool. It could take beams, lumber, and tools, and it gives you silver ore. You take the ore and hoppers to the smelter, and it gives you silver ingots, which you sell to the freight depot. Yeah, but then you'd have to rework the smelter along the way. I don't know how much they'd like to do that, you know. Could be interesting if there were multiple types of outputs for it, though. I've heard a rumor. It's been a few months, but I heard a rumor from somebody IRL that they were working on a copper mine. This was before the stock car was added, like a month or two before. So, and obviously it hasn't come to fruition, so I don't know how legitimate the spoiler is, but I could see us getting another type of mine someday. Hello, welcome to the stream. You didn't miss much. Mostly just me complaining about the same old Uinta. Mail industry, another use for the boxcar. Mail would probably be its own thing. It would probably be in baggage cars more than box cars, because, you know, railroads would have passenger trains that would transport mail, and mail was the real money maker, not the passengers. But that's why passenger rail slowly declined, because the mail contracts went to the air, and no money, no profit, no train. Alright, I think we're on schedule. Passenger train leaving the Sawmill Refinery region. It wouldn't be a stir stream without some light complaining. It's what we're here for, right? It's me. You come to expect it one of these years. Drama does sell. It wouldn't be a stir stream without trains and complaints. Honestly, I was considering streaming yesterday, because I don't just play Railroads Online, you know, I also play things like Splatoon, I play things like Geometry Dash, I sometimes record them, I sometimes stream them, and we were doing Splatfest yesterday on Splatoon, and we were doing very good, and I thought it could have been fun to stream for a little bit, but I also figured that most of my audience wouldn't care. We are not set correctly. Oh, scheiße. Whew! I thought I turned off the regulator. Why is it at 14%? Alright, station stop numero uno. Place your bets, folks. How many passengers will I kill today? I'm betting 0. Because if we were going to kill passengers, we would have lined them into this mess over here after what happened with Clyde the other day. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bonk my microphone. That's probably good enough. The Great Central Atlantic and Union Disaster of 1895. That's basically what yesterday's video was. You need a shirt with a derailed train and all it says is Clyde. I did see that comment yesterday. I do need to figure out how to set up channel merch, because I feel like some people would enjoy a shirt like that. It would be really, really simple, but really funny. I don't know how to set it up yet. I'll work it out eventually. Also, I forgot that the stream has chat now, and I didn't actually mention that. So hopefully chat's working good, like the little overlay that shows the chat in the lower right hand corner. Will I have a climactic finish like last Sunday? I hope not. It works great. Good. Because I also added another feature to the stream, which I hinted at, a while ago. I hinted at the YouTube post. But the problem is with it, if I swap, I can turn it on right now, but the problem is there's no activity. I'm kind of waiting for a little bit of activity to show up on the special something that I've worked on. And I have to manually turn it on. Here at the Central Atlantic Union, we ensure that your safety is of the utmost importance. He said, with a straight face, somehow. Speaking of safety, I see that Dak and Red are on the main line right now, so I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm going to meet them. It's either gonna be at the iron mine or the smelter. Uphill slow, downhill fast. Oh, have you seen how fast you can go downhill now? Well, here, allow me to demonstrate. No reg, but no need. He was going down the grade making 90 miles an hour when his whistle broke into a scream. Like the hit movie? That's a dumb joke. Why did I make that? That was kind of hard to notice, but I think we're going a little bit faster than 20 miles an hour. Unfortunately, the grade ends really soon, so we're only going to be going over 20 for a little bit longer. And that's the end of the grade. Dagnabbit. Sometimes the boxcar can derail when going over the old speed limit. Yeah, I can do that. But usually when you're at, like, really stupid high speeds and the car is loaded. I don't know why it's when it's loaded, but it's always when it's loaded for some reason. Are we lined correctly up here? I don't think we are. Yes, we are incorrectly lined for the passenger station. Why can't I get in the 10 mile? Alright, let's see. Where are you guys? You're only just coming into the smelter, so I guess I'll meet you to there. Because, I'm at the iron mine already. Loading on passengers. Pick up raw iron and then drop off the flats? No, just pick up the raw iron, nothing else. No drop-offs till you make it to the ironworks. Excuse me? What the heck? Oh god. What just happened? And why can't I get on this stupid frickin' car? Okay, there we go. Handbrakes, please. Whew, we stopped the runaway. We're good. We're safe. Aside from the engine doing a barrel roll for apparently no reason. That's a fender bender. When I was younger, I used to say that in the car. All the time. Can I jump over this little ledge, please? Thank you. Jousting lance out. I don't know why that happened. Gotta love the janky physics. Absolutely. I need to make some videos talking about the janky physics and how you can abuse them. I wasn't paying attention. Why did it do that? Why did it do this? Oh my god. Should I load my lonely flat car with raw iron too? No. This loading job is only done by the local switcher, not by freights. Those passengers are gonna want a refund on what? They signed the waiver. They're not getting a refund on their caskets. What insurance? They don't have insurance. It's the 1800s. They don't have rights. Okay, I can walk through this. Good. Yeah, waivers make everything safer. For the company, at least. %20 discounts on their caskets. Why am I... What the heck? Who's in the engine here? That is Very strange. Also, I have fallen. God damn it. Apparently, if somebody else is in the engine and you hit F to enter it, it doesn't let you enter, and instead it just makes it, hold on. Where's the link and pin? There we go. This is so weird. Yes, it does the third person thing. I don't know why. Dearly beloved, we are all here today. We are gathered to mourn the loss of Stir's passengers. All -3 of them. Let's get on some more handbrakes. Alright, you know what? We've been almost an hour into the stream. And I haven't... Yes, it's okay. They signed the waivers. And I haven't gotten to show off the fun thing. And it doesn't look like the fun thing's going to happen anytime soon. So I'm just going to show it off, even though there's no fun thing happening at this moment. Once it hits the 1 hour mark. Alright, we got handbrakes on every car, Clyde. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and... She's up there, I swear, somewhere. She's just asleep right now, and she's not actually visible because of the bad angle. Clyde, did you get all the handbrakes? Feels like we didn't. Monitor reveal on the side. You're going to the ironworks, right? Being distracted by the passenger crash? Yes. You're going to be heading to the ironworks. You'll meet us at the iron mine, because that's where we're sorting out this little crash here. So... Godzilla is the one who took out the train. We knew it. Alright, handbrakes on the back two cars. Unpinning the way cars. And running around the train. Anybody else wanting to see a big caboose added to the game? I'd love to see a 2-truck caboose. Because these bobbers feel just so lame. Like, they're cute, they're fun, and I'm glad we have something to put on the back of our train. But, also... Oh gosh. I would love to have something a little more substantial to make it feel like I'm running a real railroad, rather than just a toy. Oh, she's twitching a little bit. I don't know if you guys see that on camera, but Durian is moving slightly. I know bobbers were popular on both standard and narrow gauge railroads at the turn of the century, but a bigger caboose is what more people are familiar with. Exactly, like... And it would just look nicer, more substantial, feel like it's actually something of worth, you know? Alright, let me get the switch set, because we're going to have a meet in a moment here. We can actually see the other train on the other side of the ravine right now. We could watch Stir's computer catch on fire live. Are we going to the iron mine then works, or works then mine? You're going to the mine then works. So you're not stopping at the mine, stopping at the works. I'm not certain if they had them in narrow gauge, but maybe a drover's caboose. They had things like them in the narrow gauge. I don't think they had exactly that, but they did have a caboose that was a combination passenger car, baggage car, caboose all in one. So I think that counts? I don't know. Now you're clear through here. You're clear through the iron mine, Red. Did you run out of fuel? Because that's the only reason that I could ever imagine that you'd get stuck on that hill. Ooh, new. Let's see here. Passengers are getting impatient, more like they're getting cold. Their bodies aren't going to reach the funeral home in time. The baggage car doubles as a reefer. Oh, that's cruel. I like it. Oh, speaking of computers, can you guys hear the fans on mine? I don't think you can, but like, I don't know what you guys can hear, so maybe you can. Reefer cars would be cool. Pun inbound. Oh no, not the puns. My car? I think that's a typo, but the idea of putting a computer in a car just as like a personal space heater, I mean, it could work. Depends on how hot your computer is. It'd be an ice edition. Exhilarating footage as we watch random John Railroadsons slide around as their train sits still in the fog. Your GPU is at 93? Hold on, actually, I'm gonna tab out. I'm gonna check. What's mine at right now? My GPU is sitting at a comfortable 75 degrees. And my CPU at 77. Motherboard at 60. I hope you have a fire extinguisher handy. You better. Alright, highball. And this time, let's not derail instantly. I'm gonna be taking some screenshots. I forgot to do that earlier. I should have done that when we got our meat. Ugh. Clyde might be able to make a steam-powered computer using the heat from his GPU to boil the water. This time try to get the passengers to the station on the casket. Hey, that wasn't my fault, man. Train decided to do a barrel roll on its own. I'm not responsible. They signed the waiver. Which is more hazardous, GPU water or MRE water? I'd say GPU, probably. But as somebody who has not experienced MRE water, I cannot say. I haven't experienced GPU water either, so I can't say there either. But dysentery. Oh, I think that's enough cat for now. She's not moving. When she moves again, I'll turn back on the cat cam. Things are going very poorly. New case is very needed. Since I thermal throttled a 3060, that takes some skill. She'll eventually want to help you run the trains, which will be sweet. By run the trains, do you mean get in my way and ask for food? Don't say the F word too loud. She doesn't perk up at food. She perks up whenever we go and open up the door to the closet or the pantry, cuz whenever we do that, her toys are in there and her food is in there. And so every time we open the door to the pantry, she runs up to the door behind us and just starts staring at the door at the point where we store her little, like, bird toy that we have to play with her sometimes, or we used to play with her sometimes. If this is now cat stream, I mean, I can turn the cat cam back on. It's not going to be very interesting because it's still just her feet. But oh man, this train like fits perfectly at the station. Not yet. Sure thing, Clyde, sure thing. I mean, you can just lower the graphic settings for a while. Give us the cat beans. Is it bad my first intuition was to hold the cat beans hostage for a Ko-Fi donation? Clyde's gonna need some wieners and marshmallows, though. Honestly, why have I not seen that kind of video yet? Making s'mores using my graphics card. Not at all. That's a smart business decision. Oh, she's moving. She's moving. I turned on the camera and she immediately moved. Alright, these passengers have waited long enough. Can you guys even see her? Because I know the camera angle is really bad. Maybe you can see her ear or her paw or something. Maybe better angle. There is no better angle I can get, Clyde. I have tried. I'm considering getting like a little shelf above my computer so I can perch the webcam. Because I would like to get a better angle. I feel like it would be nicer to actually see the cat. You know, maybe I need to have a donation thing on Ko-Fi where if somebody donates $1 and says pet the cat, I'll pet the cat on stream. Do you think a signal system would be a good addition to the game? I don't think so. I don't think the narrow gauge really had signaling to begin with, but in multiplayer, it's easier to signal in a voice call than it is to signal using actual signals. There are cases where it'd be useful, but if there's anything I'd want, I'd rather have signs so that we can tell people, hey, there's an upcoming curve that's really bad, or like, hey, this is a passenger station, stop here, I don't know, something like that. Cat-based monetization. I mean, it might work. But I hope these sorts of, these changes to the stream, the chat box and the cat cam have been good so far. I was also considering commissioning a friend for a VTuber, or not a VTuber, a PNG VTuber talk sprite, just so I could have something that lights up when I'm chatting, but I realized it would basically just be on 24/7 with how much I talk on these streams. I am very chatty. I like the chat box. That's good, that's good. I am glad that people are enjoying the chat box and the cat box. That's why we like you. You're engaging on stream. Thank you, thank you. And it's why I do streams. It's fun. Just chat and chill, you know? Play the train game. Hang out. Vibe. Occasionally get random donations because you apparently monetized your cat. Speaking of monetization, it seems my 2K monitor just shipped. We'll be getting one of those soon so that we can get a really big screen. Any Wasabi Senpai stories we haven't heard yet? Oh boy. Let me think. Are there any... I watched Heist's last video and we aren't gonna see him stream Railroad Online anytime soon. Is he pissed again? Wasabi Senpai stories. I can only think of one really short one, but I think I told... Oh, I did tell it, but it was on the D&D episode. So it didn't record correctly. I don't remember if I've told the brain surgery one, so... He's not happy with the speed limits being removed. Yeah, honestly, welcome to the club to some degree, but... He's grateful for speed increase, but he's still got his gripes with the game. Yeah, I think we all are kind of in that situation where it's like we like the game, but there's things to be improved, you know? And I do appreciate what the devs have done and the direction it's starting to go in, but maybe my bar is too low. Maybe I've been poisoned by my time working on the railroad team. But also, we have cat movement. It's not picking up, but if it wasn't for Railroads Line Extended, I don't know if I'd still play. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Railroads Line Extended. Like, I get it for single player. Like, some people might like it, but in multiplayer, it's like, well, you're doing multiplayer. Why would you ever need to remote throw and switches, remote control trains, check the track map? Like, you should know about this stuff with your friends, you know? If they took the speed limit away without giving the locomotives magnet traction, I think it'd be better. Yes, exactly. Like, there needs to actually be a penalty for overspeeding or going way too fast, because as it stands, it's like, I appreciate that the Glenbrook can go 25 and the Tweetsie can go 30, but the fact that they can go way faster than that, like, some people have reached 66 miles an hour without derailing. Oh, Cat is leaving. No. Plus, I don't work on real steamers, so I'm not OCD like him. Yeah, that's true. That is fair. The closest thing to working on real steamers I've ever had is, working with live steamers in G-Scale. Hi, kitty. She is now on my lap. It looks like she's planning to jump down off of my lap to get to the floor. When this baby hits 85 miles an hour, you're gonna need some serious piss cups. Oh, we're not even close to clear this switch. I hit the wrong key, by the way. I just realized. I'm sorry. I have 3 hotkeys. I have one to do the stream startup screen, I have one to do the cat cam, and I have one to do the regular screen, and I accidentally hit 0 instead of 1. And 0 turns on the startup screen, while 1 turns on the other screen. I'm gonna have to get used to that, you know? It's something to learn. Anything to pick up at Ironworks? Yes. You'll be dropping off the 4 cars you have and replacing them with the 2... There's 2 stake flats and a pipe flat. Pick up those. There's a little thing there. Someone is moving the cars using telekinesis? Are the cars rolling, or is somebody re-railing? Because I do not appreciate re-railing. At least if you're going to be like re-railing cars, just spot them, that is. Haven't people gotten the handcar to 100 plus miles an hour before? Yes. I believe so. Without derailing, of course. Which is just insanity to think about. Like, how do you get it that flippin' fast? Sounds like the Hulk was powering the handcar. That's just John Railroadson for you. John Railroadson is overpowered. He needs to be nerfed in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. His lantern is his weapon. Just imagining like Mario's uppercut, but it's just John Railroadson holding a lantern and smacking somebody upside the head. Oh, come on. Why do the way cars derail so easily? I was not going fast when I rammed that thing, and I didn't even ram that thing. It's one of those days again. Fortunately, nobody should have been in those cars, because we're not carrying passengers anywhere. We're turning around the train. So I didn't just get more coffins. Probably just pulped up the old, pulped up the old people. Got ourselves some Soylent Green today, baby. Fresh off the press, I guess. For his down B, he yeets a Montezuma. For his neutral special, he uses a gun. He pulls out a piece of firewood. Teleports across the stage holding a telegraph office in his hand. I mean, isn't there like Rivals of Aether? Just mod him into that. John Railroadson summoning the Montezuma with a caboose in tow is something that needs to be modded in now. He's got Wario's bike maneuver, you know, Wario pulls out a bike and like drives across the stage, but except instead of pulling out a bike, he pulls out a Montezuma. Hey. I'll probably join and see what he says. While his air recovery is quite trash, his running speed is unmatched as he just rides around in a handcart. Hey Kenny, hey you, how you doing? Holding their T-posed body like a shovel. Could you imagine? Better yet, he throws them like a piece of firewood. Can't have more than 3 of one car? There's no rule that says you can't have more than 3 of one car. The rule is that you can't have more than 8 cars, but you need at least 2 different car types. Unless I misworded the rule somehow. But that's what the intention is. Though honestly, having something where it's like you can only have 3 of one car could be interesting, but Steel Peg doesn't have anything about limits of how many of one car type you can have per train. It just has a limit of how many cars per train you can have and how many types of cars you need minimum. Wouldn't surprise me if one of the new industries added was a stockyard and a meat packing plant. We already have a stock car, so the only other car we need is a reefer. Could happen. And they could easily remodel the boxcar to add another type of boxcar, the food car, or the grain car. You know, before covered hoppers, they would use boxcars with little wooden things, like pieces of lumber in the doors, to basically just make them covered gondolas. And that's how they carried around grain. Thank you. Oh, station stop. Overshot. A brewery would be awesome too, exactly. And then you would have 2 things for the reefer to carry. You'd have the beer, and you'd have the meat. So. There you go, there's a new idea. They have to add drinkable whiskey and beer too. God. That would be horrible. Could you imagine if it made you impaired? Like, I don't know if any of you guys have done Deep Rock Galactic before, but could you imagine if it made you, like, drinking whiskey made you impaired like it does in that game? Could you imagine trying to run trains like that? The flagrant violation of Rule G. Let's go. Oh, the cat left the room. No more cat cam for a little bit. We need Blackout Stout and Roads Online. No, we need Flintlock Delight. Or whatever that one's called. Could you imagine getting flung across the map thanks to that thing? Drink a sip and go flying across the map. It'd be beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Get a video of somebody playing... Sorry, screenshot noise. Somebody playing Fly Me to the Moon. Oh, speaking of which... If you guys watched yesterday's video, what did you guys think about the piano music when my dad was playing it for a little bit? We got the empty flats, so lumberyard, a sawmill. Head towards the sawmill. What's the lumberyard? You mean the logging camp? The worm. Dak, you'll be running to the sawmill, at which point you will then hold for new orders. Because I will send you to the logging camp, but you're going to want to have to only go with the cordwood cars and log flats. Oh, there's still 8% break on, that's why. I don't remember who commented it, but somebody said that maybe... You know how we've been talking for a while about piano music and whatnot? Somebody said that maybe I should try and make his piano music like background music, you know? Also, this is a horribly spotted train. That was your comment? Yeah, that's what I thought it was, but I just wasn't sure. I was just double checking, but I didn't bother it. I didn't find it yet. His playing goes with the tone of my music. He plays guitar, piano, and electric bass. Those are the instruments he does, and he plays in a couple of small bands. But I would need to sort out, like, make sure the licensing is all good and like the legality's okay, and I'm not breaking the Geneva Convention by playing some music on accident. Ragtime piano. Part of me was half tempted to give him Pizza Tower music, but I don't know if you can play a song like that on a piano. Alright, good news, the cat is back in the room. Bad news, she's on the other side of the room. Make him play Ultimate Koopa from Mario 64. Dude, that would be so cool. Give me the death that I deserve, Rioli, as a ragtime piano piece. Oh, that would be amazing. I was thinking of playing something more like, don't preheat your oven, otherwise the song won't play, or, what other songs were there that I can actually remember the name of? Peppermint Strikes, whatever the Vigilantes theme's name is, I don't remember. Is a YouTuber who plays a bunch of different songs as ragtime renditions. Fun, fun. I've seen this one series on like YouTube Shorts. It's like bad time for ragtime piano, and like the first video I saw was Bambi's mother jumping over a hill, and I'm like, oh nope, I'm skipping that. Calzonification, yes, that's the name. He could play some Railroad songs on piano and slow down the tempo, maybe. I know he does like playing, there's one song in particular, because, you know, he's more of a train nut than I am. That's how I got my train nut-ism, is because he was one before me. He's played... What's it? I don't remember the name of the song, but he's played some train songs before. At the sawmill, waiting for new orders. All right, number 23. You can load up 3 cars of logs. They're on the riverside, and 3 cars of cordwood at the log camp. Leave every other car in your train behind. Refrigerator. That's the one I was talking about earlier. Was don't preheat your oven or else the song won't play. That's the name of it. City of New Orleans. That's the song. City of New Orleans. He plays that one pretty frequently. It's a good song. Yep, 3 log, 3 cordwood. Unload the logs to the log pond. Cordwood, cordwood at the cordwood pond. Cordwood, you'll just wait for the next, next trip, once you reach the sawmill. We need to hear him play the Lario theme. What would be a funny song on piano? Trying to think, and I'm pulling blanks here. Oh, I know he likes playing Fly Me to the Moon occasionally. At least I think he does. I'm blue. My God. Could you imagine that? Oh, Lord. Play Steam Gardens from Mario Odyssey on piano. All 16 minutes of the 1812 Overture on piano. 1812, that's gotta be public domain by this point, right? It was public domain in the 1930s. Yeah, then that's an easy one. That's one that could be done. But 16 minutes might be a little tough to do in one shot. We'll see. A lot of old songs like that are public, but the modern performances aren't. So you can't play some symphonies recording, but you can do your own. Yeah, exactly. So just find a bunch of really old songs and do those. Easy peasy. Hi, Kitty. Hey, you. How you doing? She's in the way of my monitor. Hey, kitty. She's crawling around my desk and getting in the way of my mouse now. Are these switches set correctly? By the looks of it, no. That's okay though. Easy to fix. Boss, you don't understand. The reason we binned it was because a cat jumped on top of the firebox and we had to get her out of the train. Oh, she's drinking my water right now. I have to figure out how to discourage her from doing that. The beast is thirsty. She requires the drink. Here she comes. She always has a little bit of trouble figuring out how to actually get up onto the thing. Oh, kitty. Hey, I don't want you playing with my cords over there, please. There we go. Have you considered keeping a piss cup counter for your Pegger playthrough, one for every player? That could be fun, but also, holy cow, would it be hard to keep track of everything. Because I'd have to go back through all the footage and figure out one by one who caused what. If that plan does ever happen, where I do a playthrough, where I start 2 playthroughs, where I do one playtest playthrough streamathon thing, and then do a playthrough for Ko-Fi subscribers, and record that, I'll definitely keep a derail counter per player for that playthrough. Only problem is that stuff is hard enough work that I would be willing to keep that hostage behind a paywall. Because, man, it's going to be tough to start 2 new series. Even 1 new series would be hard enough to do. One cup for every derailment or in the dirt? I'd say derailment. Because if it was for every car in the dirt, we'd need so many cups. So who has the most derailments and why was it Clyde? In every playthrough, Clyde probably does have the most derailments, and I'm not fully sure why, but we need a zoomy montage for your cat. You have no idea how it would. But when we play with her, dude, she will jump 4 feet in the air to try and catch the bird. It's hilarious. The Silence? Silence of the Lambs? Cult of the Lamb? Nothing but cat. Oh yeah, speaking of computer stuff, by the way, we haven't actually talked about that yet. I got a new computer the other day. And by new computer, well, technically I was supposed to be getting one for my dad, but most of the parts were for me. So I now have an RGB motherboard. It also has Wi-Fi built in this time around, so I'm actually using Bluetooth headphones. My microphone isn't Bluetooth. That's just because it would be a pain in the ass to do. And there'd be a little bit of delay with it all. But my headphones, they're Bluetooth. They've been really nice so far. I also have 64 gigabytes of RAM now. 8-core RTX, not RTX, what was it? Ryzen 7 5700X. And I have an RTX 2060, which, I mean, I had previously. That's one of the spare parts in the previous computer, but geez, man, 64 gigabytes of RAM feels good. Hello, hello, welcome, Robert. Welcome. For those of you wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm sorting out these cars that are slightly derailed. Because if I don't do it now, I'm going to keep forgetting and saying, I'll do it later, and then it never gets done. Oop, sorry, didn't mean to hit the microphone. That's real gamer of me. I mean, it is pretty gamer to have RGB finally. It's the first piece of RGB equipment I have. I'm thinking of getting a light strip for the PC too, but right now I'm content with what I have. Every project is just on hold until further notice. Re-rail. Re-railed. Perfect. Shenanigans and debauchery. The sad. There's so many... Dude, there's so many good like railroad names that people put in the comments of that second video on the Peggers series. Oh my god. So you guys are so creative with your names, and I love it. Found out what Asus Tough is, and aesthetically it's fantastic. Super rugged looking stuff as opposed to sleek gamer shit. 1 second, if you'll give me a moment. Where is it? And this is the benefit of having wireless headphones. You can get up and just walk around your room to try and find something. Is it? There it is. I don't know if it's picking up on camera very well. You'll never guess what I got. That's the kind of motherboard I got, so. Either no audio or crap quality. I had some problems with audio at first, but I had to go into the settings and I was able to fix it really quickly. Wait, where'd I put the sticker? I set down the sticker sheet 1 second ago. Where did I put it? Did I... No, it's not in that drawer. How did I lose track of something that fast? I am concerned for my memory. We're having a good time. Naval, we've set up the new stream stuff. Got the audio working on the new computer. Just talked about the computer a little bit and what motherboard we got. Got the cat cam running, got the stream chat running. I've been running the passenger train while Dak and Red have been running freight. It's been a good time. Been a good vibes with everybody. I am legitimately so confused. Where did I put the stickers? Oh, I found them. I can't believe I didn't look there. Oh, they were sitting under a plushie. Uh... Debauchery and poppycock. We will dap you up. I don't know why. I never go for, like, directly funny names. I go for funny acronyms all the time. But the names, I generally try and make them sound fun and interesting here and there. We got ourselves the, we got the Pegger, we got the Shart. What was the other one? There's a third railroad that we had oh, right! There is one railroad name. The GSY. The Go Scrap Yourself. Oh, now we can't see anything on the cat cam. I need to find a better place for the cat cam. Putting videos and or pics of what I saw at Off Topic. Ooh, fun. Oh, right, I should check the Discord real quick while I'm at it. Make sure I'm caught up and see if there's anything in Welcome I should need to see. We got one new member. Hello there. I know you guys are here, but you're not headed for the logging camp, you fools. Where do you think you're even going with that train? Is the Discord aforementioned a thing I have to pay you for? No. There are some paid channels on the Discord, but the Discord is 100% free. Did you guys not look at the track diagram to figure out where the logging camp was? 'Cause you're very much not there. I'll line you guys. There's a track diagram. Check the description of the stream. We have to pay for it though, or was it just me? Yeah, the Discord is free. There's just some behind the scenes stuff, like people being able to join the stream and play with me. That's paid. That's a monthly subscriber thing. People being able to chat with me more directly and get better news about what videos I'm planning. All that jazz. I'm waiting on you two to back up that train, by the way. Oh, there it goes. There it comes, slowly but surely. You can tell when my father's home because the cat perks up and she looks at the front door of the house. It's really sweet. She likes saying hello. The videos and 2 pictures have been posted. I'll check out the pictures, but the videos, I'll wait for those. I'll wait till we're done with the stream. Alright, once you clear this switch, you'll be ready to pull forward. Alright, you're set. There we go. That's why I was so confused as I was flying down the hill, because I'm like, why is it John Rosen jumping towards me, and why are they blowing the whistle so hard? Are they going to the logging camp? Look at her go. Look at the kitty. Look at the cute little sweetheart. She wanders around and wonders what's going on. Hey, you. Oh! You're alright, kitty. You're alright. Personally, I think it'd be cool if it was a standard gauge interchange with an NPC yard and trackage that the player has to work around. Like you can build diamond crossings or bridges over the standard gauge track, but you can't deliberately block it. That could be interesting. But in general, I feel like a dock would just be way easier to code, and at this point, that's probably more worth it. And if you're looking for an experience where you have a yard with AI trains running around, try Railroader. They already have that programmed into the game. It's not out yet, you can't play it yet, but very much recommend checking out that game. I mean, I know we talk about it basically every stream, but there's a little list of checks boxes I need to check off every stream. I need to shamelessly plug the Discord and the Ko-Fi. I need to complain about the Uinta. I need to talk about Railroader. Hello, Crafton. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, Railroader, which is standard gauge short line railroading in like the Steam transition era, that's gonna be a great game to play when you get the chance. I don't know when it's coming out. All they said is sometime this year, and it's going to be a blast when it finally arrives. Oh yeah, cat's not in the thing. I don't need to leave up the cat cam. More pictures have been posted. I am admittedly not much of a car guy, so I don't know if there's much interesting in these pictures, but you have to go to school soon. Oof. I gotta love the time zone discrepancies. Then you can live stream that and complain about it and give Railroad Online a break from complaints. Oh, don't worry, I have other games I can complain about. Um, I recently started playing Railroad Tycoon 3 again, and there's so many weird design decisions in it. And it's like so hard to get used to. If I stream Railroad Tycoon 3, there might be interest in that. Honestly, one goal I was thinking of putting on Ko-Fi is a bit of a lucrative goal, but in July my father is going to be gone for a week, and so if I stream for a week he won't really care so much because he's gone, you know, and he won't interrupt me, and I can do things on my own. But I was thinking of putting up a $1,000 goal on Ko-Fi, which is a bit of a ridiculous stretch. But the idea was that if we met the goal, I would buy a Valve Index, and I would play a different train game every day of the week. We would have games like Open TTD, we'd have games like Railroad Tycoon 3, Rolling Line, which is why I'd want the VR headset, Derail Valley, also why I'd want the headset. What other games were there? Transport Fever. There's one more in the list. I don't remember what its name was though. But then we would end it off with Railroads Online on the last day, and we try and do a speed run from start to finish, beat the game in a single day. That's a bit of a long shot idea, but it's a fun one, I think. Doing a little stream-a-thon just for that. Oh, right. The other game was Lionel Traintown. 3D Ultra Lionel Traintown Deluxe. Speedrunning Railroads Online is definitely something I'd like to see. I was thinking of doing it next week, but I think it would be funnier to save it for something more impressive. I'm currently thinking next week's stream is going to be, I'm gonna say that game, but that's hard to find it download. It is hard to find it download. I do have a CD though. I know where my disc is. I could download it if I wanted to, just off of that. Problem is making it work on Windows, which I know is possible, but it would be a headache. Anyways, what was I saying? Right, next week, stream idea. Was to play, if you know my website, I have a bunch of different rule sets to make the game really interesting and weird and hard. I was thinking of playing on the hardest rule set and seeing how fast it would be to beat the game. Well, there's a derailment. Why does the engine derail so freaking easily? Old games and new computers don't always like each other. Yeah. That they don't. Like, for instance, Railroad Tycoon 3. I had to install some, like, settings files to make it work in the first place. It works now. Life is good, but... the engine known for cornering well now derails easily. Welcome to Railroads Online. How may I take your order? Because you're going to derail. That's linked? Wait. I don't see the drawbar. Well, it says it's linked. I'll trust you, game. I'll believe you. Leave one behind. Yay, drawbar shenanigans. The invisible drawbar. Wait. Okay, the drawbar is just not up anymore. Got pulled apart. Oh yeah, for the two of you up at the logging camp, remember, you're going to have to re-rail your locomotive to turn it around. Because the turntables are still annoying and problematic. You can turn them around on the turntable, but honestly, it's such a headache, I would recommend not doing it. Alright, you did it. Perfect. Good, good. Have I tried building a 5-leg Y in Railroads Online before? No, I don't really need to, you know. So, I've seen people try, but I myself have avoided doing that. Oh, right. We have a small problem I'm going to need to fix. It's a very easy problem to fix, but it is a problem nonetheless. Oh, right, also, I can turn off the... Oh, I turned off the cat cam, never mind. I already did it. I don't need to do it again. Oh, another game that I can add to the long list of various train games that I could try playing someday. Loco Shortline Operations. I don't know if you guys know that one, but... I would be worried if Stir wasn't having problems in the game. It wouldn't be a proper stream here. Oh, right, I gotta load these up with beams. Right, that's what I'm doing. I think. Is it? I don't actually know anymore. I'm second guessing myself. Hi, kitty. Hey, you. Give it the beams. Hi, Katie. What are you doing? What you looking for, sweetheart? A little bit of attention? She bonks into the mic 7 times, navigating her way around my desk. Hey, kitty, I don't want you messing with that. I don't want you touching the cables in the back of my PC, please. No, Jane, no, please don't. No, no, kitty, no. No. You go up here. You're fine up here. But I don't want you playing with those cables. The cat 100% requires attention. It is obligated to be attended to. Cats have staff, not owners. You're not wrong there. She's a very needy kitty. Okay. We have 2 rails and 0 beams. In that case, we'll load up 1 car of beams here. This is going to be the weird... Okay, it's not going to be the weirdest train. We've had weirder trains, but it's going to be an interesting one. Oh, I forgot to check the oil field while I was down here. Oil field... Never mind, it's not going to be an interesting train. I lied. It's going to be the kind of train that I full send and forget about. The weirder the trains, the better. Exactly! That's why I love Steel Pegasus rules. Like, they're a little tricky to do, and they definitely ruin some creativity here and there. But in general, for everything they ruin, they also add in, like, it adds in a little bit of something else interesting and fun to do. Brakes on full. Scoopical. Shloop. And load. Puts throttle on the roof and walks away. What could possibly go wrong? Have you tried running a much longer train on your custom maps and see at what point your train is too big for an industry? We've tried it a few times. The only industries where like a train is too big is like the refinery. Because everywhere you can be clever about your track placement and how you move it around. But I don't like the long trains. They're boring. So I have so much faith in what I'm doing here that I'm going to throw in a second scoop of coal. And once it gets around this curve, just to make sure it doesn't derail on the 30 meter, I'm leaving. I'm going to the ironworks. I'm doing a switching job. This is how confident I am in my train's capability. Imagine applying the Steel Pegasus rules to a game like Loco Shoreline Operations. That would be interesting. I'm not sure how you do that. Let's see. Long trains can be fun if you're running 40 cars like 10 miles an hour with the Eureka. Yeah, but most of the time people are like, hey, I'd like to run 2 tweetsies at top speed and call that a day. Let's run 16 car trains with double-headed tweetsies up a 1.5%, baby. Oh, that's a Eureka, right? Eureka, not Glenbrook. What I heard though, Loco Shortline Operations now has passenger trains, so I might have to check it out soon. Like, the game doesn't look anywhere near as good as Railroads Online, you know, but it's notably more functional. It has more rolling stock selection. You're not stuck with only American narrow gauge. You got narrow gauge and standard gauge. You've got a bunch of diesels. You've got a bunch of steamers. You've got eras all over the place. You know, I could start something that basically is just the high. Maybe I need to start a Ko-Fi goal, which is whoever bids the most money on this gets to choose what game I play next stream. Loco Shortline Operations, Red. It's a small game. It's way cheaper than Railroads Online. It's like $15 USD, while Railroads Online is like 50. I can't bid. Donk, donk, donk. Now we wait for the lumber to go down. Perfect. Okay. We are making stuff today. Just spell out loco. L-O-C-O. Like locomotive. Just shorthand. It's a game that Heist played after he quit Railroads Online back a while ago. It's got standard gauge, it's got narrow gauge. It's less on the let's make things feel realistic side and more on the let's make things fun and gamey side. Which, you know, personally I'm not complaining, because, while it is fun to run realistic trains, there's a certain point where it gets tiring. Also, the track laying, from what I remember, is easier in Loco Shortline operations. Oh, hey! Would you look at that? I thought the other two guys were already here somehow. I'm like, what? How did they beat my train? I'm like, no, that's my train. I need to figure out how to clip that, because that's gold. If we do Loco Shortline Ops, we can have more subscribers. Well, maybe. It depends on how much of an audience there is for the game, you know? Because there might be a massive audience, there might be next to nobody. And I feel like everybody who knows about LSO already knows about Railroads Online. Alright, with those cars spotted, it is time for us to wait for the train over here. As it comes by at full blast. I actually have no clue where the train is. I know where it's coming from, obviously, but we are gonna find out. Just how long it takes. Oh, I think I saw it for a split second over there. Off in the distance on the bridge. There it is. I see that headlight. Mel and Collie, because he's a sad little choo-choo. Honestly, for my next playthrough, I'm considering buying only locomotives that are painted reddish brown. The longest trains have been only like 25 to 30 cars long, but we play in hard industry, so we typically empty industries quick. See, I guess I'm going to complain about something again. I don't like hard industries. Like, yes, it makes the game harder, it makes it a little more of a challenge and more fun, but like, it skews everything so that you're just running logs constantly, basically. Because you need so much lumber, so much beams. And on the flip side, easy is too boring because, like, okay, well, I'm just going to run. I did one run of logs, and now I have enough oil to last me until the end of time. So I always play on realistic difficulty for the physics, but industry difficulty I only go for medium. We have 5 to 6 people playing on average. We had to play that because the industries were full, and else we couldn't empty that fast. It works for our server. Uh-oh. Yeah, I see the stream problems. It says error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. What the heck? OBS isn't showing anything. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I don't know why that is. Glad to hear it solved itself. Oh, it just had a little blip there. It's having blips again. Oh no, what is going on? Excellent connection, YouTube, that's BS. What are you talking about? What's the problem? Is my computer overheating or something? No, it looks fine to me. What's up with that? Well, that was strange, and I hope it doesn't keep happening, because that's a pain. Clyde is funneling the heat from his computer into my case. That could be my case. Or the case, but Tish. Yeah, it's not just your terrible Wi-Fi. But yeah, what was I saying? Right. 5 to 6 people playing. I've noticed that if you play on medium industry difficulty, and you're running like 8-car trains, you can get industries full pretty consistently. There's some things you need to run more than others, obviously, but like on medium industry difficulty, I've never had any troubles. On easy industry difficulty, I had troubles because we got so much oil on our old community save on the Malta Eastern that it was all that anyone ever ran. Legitimately, like we hit the 1,000 cap, and there was nothing else we needed to do because all the other industries were full already. And so for like 3 days straight, we did nothing but teleport oil. Well, not teleport, but I wanted to make the reference at the very least to that TF2 thing. You know what we need to do, guys? We need another community save. We need another Malta Eastern style thing. Sax, thank you for reminding me that the cat is not moving, so I don't need to have the cat cam on. Where do you take the logs in cordwood? Logs go to the log pond, obviously. And cordwood, you guys are going to be heading out with the a very silly train, but a train nonetheless. What you're gonna do is load up that one stake flat with lumber. leave behind the 3 log flats, take the 3 cordwood flats, and hit the regular main line. Oh no, wait, is it YouTube saying that I'm not receiving enough video again? What's going on with this? Short trains on medium, yes, that's perfect, but our mixed trains got longer and longer to where hard industry worked. See, that's why you don't get longer. You just ignore, you keep them at a certain set length. That's why on this map we say you can only run 8-car trains and nothing bigger. Even if you, like, double headers may be occasionally okay, but... It's why the Steel Pegasus rules exist. Although Steel Pegasus in 5 to 6 player multiplayer would suck, honestly. Check your task manager for RAM and GPU use, I guess. Alright, let's do that. Task manager. CPU is at around 80%, or it was a second ago. Right now it's at 60%. Memory is at 30%. GPU is at 45%. Hello, hello, welcome, Hillbilly. We're doing good. But hey, we weren't running unit trains. Yes, I do appreciate people not running unit trains. That is the main important thing. Yeah, Pollard, I would hope it's not the RAM, because again, this PC, it has 64 gigabytes of RAM. I would really hope that it wasn't that was the problem. And I am running OBS on RAM right now, or on the CPU rather than the GPU, because the GPU is already doing Railroads Online, and it's not happy if I try and stream and play the game. VRAM tasty. I need more VRAM. I only have 12 gigabytes. I don't need more VRAM. 12 is more than enough. Don't ask me about computer problems. I barely know how to make it function. Honestly, same. I did build the I did build this computer on my own, so I know a thing or two about it. Like, for instance, I had to troubleshoot it using the motherboard has custom lights on it that light up to tell you what stage of startup it failed on. Oh, god damn it. YouTube is dropping frames again. What is wrong? What's going on? Why is this happening? Stir knows a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two. I do know a thing or two. I've built my own computer at least once. Maybe twice. Been streaming for 2 hours? I've almost been streaming for 3 hours. Building a circle track racing engine cakewalk. Diagnosing a computer? No clue. See, I've learned from my mistakes. In the past, when I try throwing my PC out the window and seeing if it fixes anything? Nope. I don't think that would be a healthy way to manage this. Maybe not, but it might make you feel better. Oh yes, let me damage my $1,000 investment to make myself happy. We've hit $10,000 on this save. Why not put all the places that accept things on one side of the map and then you take stuff from the other side? What? Huh? How would that work? Do you mean like you try and spread things out from point one end to the other? I'm not sure what you mean. I was talking about the custom maps I'm considering building earlier in the stream though. Because I'm already thinking of doing two, but I would need a donation on Ko-Fi of a reasonable sum to do them, because it's going to be a lot of work to build the maps. And do what I'm planning on doing. What custom map is this? This is the Lunar Ridge custom map, unmodified. It's completely finished, 100%. We have run oil barrels to the freight depot several times, and I don't actually know if this is going to clear that switch back there, but I'm trying. I think I can throw the switch under this and it'll be okay. Oh yeah, totally. That's on the tracks, that counts. Backing it up, backing it up. Okay, it didn't work, never mind. Tried so hard and got so far. How to download it? It's there's instructions on somewhere. I'm very descriptive. You know, I'm gonna re-rail this into the yard. If you check in the description, there is a tab that says Find Me. If you go there, it will send you to my website. And from there, if you click on the Custom Maps tab at the top upper right side of the screen, and then you click on, you scroll down a little bit, you find Lunar Ridge. Click on that, there will be a download button and an instructions on how to download and install it button. Use those. There is also a Ko-Fi version that's slightly older, but that requires you put in an email, and not everybody likes putting in emails, so... Also, it's an older version of the map. You should make a rule for extra difficulty called the Lorax, where unless you're building a yard in an industry, you're not allowed to cut down trees. You know, I might add that to the joke rules at the end and just say, you're not allowed to cut down trees, period. 'Cause that would be hilarious. So the map we're playing on today, I need to get the map uploaded, because I did say I was going to upload the Central Atlantic Union. Could we maybe do a restart of the server because it's so laggy and I crashed? Is that, like, everybody's having lag, or is it just you? Because if everyone's having lag, sure thing. Alright, if you guys are both having lag, give me a moment to put this train, to park it, and then I'll restart. I might steal your guys' train, though. Also, is it just me, or does the stream look slightly fuzzy? It's just me. My stream preview on YouTube decided to go down to 144p for no frickin' reason. That car got yeeted. Linked. Handbrakes on. I'm probably also going to steal the other train when we do the reset. Because I've been running the 10 mile for a while, and I like the 10 mile, but also engine diversity. Engine diversity is good. Handbrakes are all off. Brake off. Scoop. Schloop. That missed the firebox somehow. Alright, dropping a save. Gonna want to go down to Central Atlantic and Union. Confirm. Could maybe do some passenger runs with the Eureka. We've done today's passenger runs. We don't need to do them again, and we don't even have a Eureka to begin with. So I'm going to change while we're waiting. I'm just going to change the screen to this. Has the UE5 update given me any trouble? No, not really. The biggest trouble that it's given me is that my keybinds got reset. I've been having a very fine time here. Okay. And what did I name this? I named it that. Difficulty. Railroad start server. The specs of your current laptop don't really help with that. Yeah. Somebody was talking earlier. TK was talking earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but I was looking into trying to find a cheap not a cheap laptop, a cheap desktop build that anybody could try. Where that'll let you play the game, let you play Unreal 5. Maybe not at the best graphic settings, but it'll let you play it at least. So I might post that in the Discord later. Oh, we have cat? We have cat. Alright, Pensy, have a good one. See you around. Hi, kitty. Hi, you. How you doing? Doing okay? Cat cam was there for 2 seconds, and now it's worthless. Gonna grab some dinner. Alright, Johnny, have a fun time doing that. Get good food. Hi, Katie. Hi, you. Oop, she's back. No, I don't want you playing with this. I don't want you playing with that stuff, Katie. Okay, to go up here, but I don't want you playing with my cords, please. Don't want you playing with this. Kitty. Kitty. I don't want you playing with that. I don't want you playing with my cords. Wrong way? No, correct way. Kitty, I can't have you over there. You're fine to look over there, but I don't want you accidentally destroying my cables completely. She's looking at the webcam right now. I don't know if that's picking up very well on the stream, but here we see the domestic cat. Well, what the heck is this? I didn't want to open Microsoft 365. Here we see the domestic cat being a force of chaos for its owner, as it should be. Kitty, no, I don't want you. She doesn't seem to get the point. So, Red, we've got a job down at the oil field to do. Now we actually have the oil to make that work. And we also, what else do we have? We have the oil to fill, the cordwood flats to grab. I forgot to grab the cordwood flats. Dag nabbit. I'll come down and look there, but oil filling is good. 10 Mile did a kickflip. Yeah, they do that once you reload the save. As it turns out, running 30 to 40 cars on a locomotive tends to crash your game. There's a reason I run 8-car trains, Max. Oh, hold on. Cat! No, out. Don't go in there. She was trying to get into an open box, and it's like, oh, well, there's a box. There's gotta be stuff in here. No, those are my magic cards. Please do not touch them. It's too tempting to run an extremely long train with helpers. Was fun, but just a lot of game crashes. Yep. That sounds about right. Though I ran, what was it, 36 car trains before? It can be fun. It can be interesting, but also very difficult when you have to run 3 engines at full speed just to get it at 4 miles an hour. Why is my computer acting up with the stream today? Hold on. I'm checking something. My RAM is only at 2129 megahertz. Why? The stream is being annihilated. Yes, the stream is very much being annihilated. Have a good one, Red. I'm still live. How long has it been? It's only been 3 hours. Okay, hold on. How do I... Okay. I'm not even sure what's going on anymore with the stream and its health and its quality. I'm here to remind you Asmaranamar Dekadaistin Cool Dakar. I'm going to get that one of these days without having to slow down. Asmaranamar Dekadaistin Cool Dakar. Man, that's gonna be such a weird party flex to go down to the game store and be like, hey, I know how to pronounce this card. That's gonna be fun. One of these years. One of these years. Why? I'm so confused here. Oh gosh. It seems the stream latency has gotten much worse. Oh boy. How do I fix the latency issues? Oh boy. The new beta patch sort of fixed the turntables. Have you checked if the storage sheds are no longer ice rinks? I have not checked storage sheds because I haven't used storage sheds in a while. Okay, hold on. I figured out the problem, or at least one of the problems. Why did it do that? So I tried to fix the bitrate, right? I tried to fix it by upping the bitrate. It turns out instead of setting it to 10,000, I set it to 1,000. That might explain a little bit of what was going on. But now it's saying that the upload is bad again. What is... OBS. OBS, what is wrong with you right now? Also, I just went around this entire Y for nothing. Great. I fake it, it went back to buffering. Oh, that's funny. Oh, overshooting, overshooting, overshooting. Okay, the stream just jumped ahead big time on my end. So I don't know if the explanation for what part of the problem went through. But are we back yet? It looks like it's working for me, but I don't know. It said it ended and you had to rejoin? Yikes. Okay, what is going on? It looks like it's work cut off. Okay, I'd rather watch a slightly lower quality than choppy high quality. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Can I get into this engine, please? It seems to have leveled out for now. So I changed a few things in OBS. I did bump up the bitrate to 10,000. But I also, I made it so it uses a little more RAM now. It's using a much higher strength encoder. And I'm hoping that will fix it. Because, hot diggity, that was not good. I don't know what happened there. If this happens again, I might end the stream to try and figure out what's going on and like take some time off to fix it. 'Cause hot diggity, that was not good. We went from having 0.5% frames dropped to what was it? 2%? 2.2% frames dropped? I'll check the temps real quick. The temps... CPU's at a 78. Jeez. GPU's only at 76. Motherboard's at 60. Those are the temps we're looking at right now. And for some reason it says my RAM is only running at 2133 right now. My 2080 on its way to freeze every other second. I mean, I got a 2060. Oh god, okay, it's happening again. Sounds like your RAM XMP profile reset. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that off the top of my head, but... Stream, why must you do this to me? It's not buffering for me anymore, it's just a slideshow, Jesus. Well, we have been going for 3 hours already. Which is a good stream length, you know? Also, good news, Flywheel, that fan has shipped, so we will be getting it soon enough. But yeah, if the RAM... Oh, so I have to go into the BIOS when I'm starting up. Oh boy, that'll be fun. Yeah, it might be under advanced settings. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I'm so concerned to end streams and start a new one immediately afterwards to fix issues, especially when those streams are long, mainly because the last time I did that with a 15-hour stream, it cut it down to 11 hours. Well, if we want to do something fun, we could cut it here. Take a break. I try and figure out how to sort things out. I have a little lunch. I do all that jazz. Come back in an hour or 2 or 3 or something. I mean, this is a crazy idea because 2 streams in one day is a bit much. But we could do another world in a little bit and have that be like the splitting point, you know? Have this be the splitting point as I try and get this BS figured out. Or I could just call it and stream again like tomorrow. That's always an option. Oh, you know what? I might go... I might have an idea. Putting the BS in OBS. That's a good one. I like that. I might put up a new donation goal on Ko-Fi soon. Like, after this is over. Because we've been talking about doing that whole thing with the stream-a-thon or whatever. I have an idea on how to incentivize that in an interesting way. I think. I mean, I guess I'm gonna find out, but... Let's set up this train and then I'll call it there. That sounds good. Tomorrow's stream sounds good? Alright, alright. If tomorrow's stream sounds good, then tomorrow's stream it may be. Johnny, you missed a lot of buffering. The video was not very happy for a very long time. Actually, you know what? we'll continue the stream either until I complete this run with this train, or until the next big buggy bit happens, whichever comes first. That sound good? As soon as I say that, YouTube says error. YouTube is not receiving enough video. It looks fine to me. It looks like there's no actual issues. It's just YouTube complaining now. Yeah, it looks good to me too. The preview on YouTube, it looks a-okay. And OBS isn't saying, oh, you've dropped more frames, you're doing bad. It's just YouTube being annoying at this point. But yeah, Johnny, you missed us having a lot of issues with my streaming program deciding to go down to 1,000 kilobits per second. Rather than the typical 10,000 I want it to be at. YouTube isn't getting super chats, so they are hurting stream. Quick, protest them more. Donate on Ko-Fi. Lord, that was a bonk. You know, I should check Ko-Fi while I'm at it, because if somebody did donate on the stream, I should probably actually read their kind messages and being like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, no. No Ko-Fi donations. Alright. Afraid I must leave. Oof. Oh, I hope you had fun just vibing on the stream. Cheers, man. Oh, that car has derailed. I see. That is a problem. Waiting for the tender top to become tender to become an experimental rocket and disappear into the sky. We can make it an experimental rocket. It's pretty easy to do. Honestly, we're going to end off stream doing that if I don't have that stupid lag issue again. And a half dozen piss cups. You know, that's channel merch. That's channel merch. We need piss cups for sale. What was I gonna say about donation goals? For some reason lately, my game physics just derails cars every time I touch them until I restart the game. The game's physics just gets fed up and decides it's time for me to touch grass. I mean, we've had that happen. What we found is that once you've played on a world for around 4 hours, it gets to be really buggy. And we reset it at around 3 hours, so dinner is done. I'm ready to cause more issues. Oh no, it's doing it again. Yeah, buffering hard this time. That was another one of those events. I'm gonna call it here and try and figure out what the heck's going on, cause this is very annoying. And tomorrow I'll try and stream again. I was gonna mention that I was thinking of putting up a $200 goal. And if we meet it, I'll do that custom map thing I was talking about earlier, where I'll do a small streamathon for a few days to playtest the custom map, and also maybe start a new save where YouTube, or not YouTube, Ko-Fi subscribers can join in and play and help us run trains consistently. But... And TK, I will try and get that computer suggestion on the Discord server. I'll put it in like off topic or something sometime later tonight. So I don't know how many of you will be around tomorrow, but if you are around tomorrow, I will be. So see y'all around. Have a good day, everybody. Cheers.